Hi all, hope you are fine and staying safe at home. You enjoyed last week's class, right? So let us start with this week's class with a small recap of the previous class. What was the lesson? Computer software and languages. Computer languages are divided into 4 categories: low level languages, high level languages, 4GLs, artificial intelligence. Now low level languages, they include zeros and ones, the digits which are known as the binary language, which is further divided into machine language and assembly language. Now what do you mean by machine language? We studied last week. It is the first programming language in which the instruction given is first converted into machine language so that the computer can understand. And what do you mean by assembly language? It means that the user can use common names in places of zeros and ones. No need to use zeros and ones. The user can use a common name while writing the program. High level languages, it can be run on any type of computer. This way computer specific, but high level languages, we can run it on any type of computer. Now what do you mean by 4GLs? 4 generation of languages are used to develop software, and they are very complex languages, means very tough languages. And artificial languages, it is being developed, not at all fully developed, it is being developed, and here the computer can solve a given problem without any programmer. There is no need of any programmer in future. And the example is robot. Now let us start with this week's topic, that is computer software. What do you mean by software? Let us define software. Software is defined as a collection of computer programs containing the instructions about how, when and what a computer has to do. So what do you mean by software? It is a collection of programs which tells the computer what to do, when to do and how to do. It is again further classified on 2 types. They are system software and application software. What is system software? Let us learn in detail about it. System software is used to operate and control the computer hardware. Computer hardware means monitor, keyboard, CPU, mouse. So why it is developed? It is developed to operate and control the computer hardware, and it is also acting as a platform for running the application softwares. Next one is operating system. Types of system software. The other one is operating system. What is this operating system? This software controls and organizes the working of a computer. Means it will control the working of a computer and it will also organize the working of a computer. Example of systems operating system, you all know Windows 7, Windows 8, Linux, Unix, and then Android, Mac, etc. so on. So what does this do? It performs the task. What type of task it is performing? It is controlling the memory and managing the disk space. It is controlling and it is managing the disk space. A computer cannot start or boot in absence of an operating system. If there is no operating system in our computer, we cannot start a computer, we cannot shut down a computer. So an operating system is must for a computer system. This operating system, it tells the computer how to communicate with other devices like printer, disk drive, etc. which are attached to the computer. Next type of system software is device drivers. You know, printers, speakers, hard disk, CDs, etc. How it is controlled? We have to connect it to the device drivers. They are used to control printers, speakers, hard disk, CDs, DVDs, digital camera, image scanner and so on. Another type of system software is utility programs. You know, in your classroom what happens? Your class teacher assigns a special duty to the board in charge, the classroom cleaning in charge, and the class leader. There are different types of monitors in your class. Same way, utility program is also doing the same function. It is designed to perform a specific task, means a particular task which is related to the operation of the computer. And examples of the utility programs are disk defragmenter, system restore, antivirus, disk cleanup, and etc. Why do we use this? It is generally used to complete a disk checkup, format a disk, convert the format of a file so that they can be used by some other application software, and this type of program helps to carry out smooth operation of the computer system. As I said, if there are different types of monitors in your classroom which they are dealing with, then your class will be running smoothly. So, for the smooth conduct of computer system, we have the utility programs. Another type of system software is language processors or translators. Just an example, when Rahul Gandhi went to a village in Wayanad, he asked someone who can translate his English language into Malayalam, as he did not know the language of our state. So, a girl of your age, she came up and she spoke to Rahul Gandhi and she stood as a translator. What did she do it actually? She translated whatever Rahul Gandhi said into our mother tongue, and that's how the other general people could understand. Same way, we have language processors or translators in our computer system. Let us check it. A computer understands only two situations. We said zeros and ones. Zeros means off and ones means on. It is impossible for us to remember each and every instructions, each and every code in this zeros and ones form. It will be too tough for us. So, what this language processors or translators they do? They make the computer work as per the instructions given by us. The translators or the language processors, they are converting one form of language to other so that the computer can understand it easily. Okay, understood? Language processors or translators. Let us move on to types of language processors. There are different types of language processors. First one is assembler. What do you mean by assembler? It is a language processor that translates the programs written in assembly language into the machine language. When the programmer writes in assembly language, this assembler, it is translating into the machine language so that computer can understand it easily. Another type is interpreter. What is an interpreter? An interpreter is a language processor that translates high level language. Means the I said in high level language, the user can use common names. So, the interpreter translates the high level language into the machine language, which is then executed by the computer. How it is doing? First, it is analyzing the data and then it is executing the data, each line, means line by line of the high level language program. This language processors is mainly used in education field, so that when the students they are programming this, they can use it easily. And the last one is compiler. What do you mean by compiler? It is a language processor which first reads the entire high level language. It will read the full high level language program, then it will collect it all together, it will reorganize the instructions, and only after that it will convert the high level language program into the machine level language program. this compiled programs, it runs faster than an interpreted program. Let us have a quick look on today's topic, computer software. It is defined as a collection of computer programs containing the instructions about how, when and what a computer has to do. It is further classified into two types, system software and application software. What is system software? It is developed to operate and control the computer hardware. There are different types of system software. Operating system, it is the software that controls and organizes the working of a computer. It tells the computer how to communicate with each other, the other devices like printer, disk drive, etc., which is attached to the computer. The next type of system software we learnt about is device drivers, which are used to control printers, speakers, hard disks, CDs and so on. Another type of system software is utility programs, which are designed to perform a specific task related to the operation of the computer. Then there are different types of system software, language processors or translators, which can understand only two situations, zeros and ones, which is difficult for us to remember. So the instruction first given is converted into the machine language so that the computer can work as per our instructions. Then another one is the different types of language processors we studied. Assembler, it is a language processor that translates the programs written in assembly language into the machine language. Then we studied interpreter, which is translating high level language into the machine language. It analyzes and executes each line of the high level language program. And the last one we studied is compiler. It is a language processor that first reads the entire high level language program. It collects and reorganizes the instructions, and then it converts the high level language into the machine level language program. Hope you understood today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.